Welcome to another 10KBA program in our Outside the Barn series. This time we're in Atlanta at Providence Missionary Baptist Church's Urban Farm, where community meets cultivation under the green thumb guidance of Jeffery HIcks. It was a full day of learning to grow together, literally, in our own backyards. The day started with 10KBA CEO Thaddeus Dawson leading yoga, and then off to the garden with Jeffery and special guest nationally known Fortitude Founder Kesha Cobb. Let's go!
Is to have a garden in the neighborhood, not just a whole bunch of rows looking like a field, a conventional field, but to kind of have an aesthetically beautiful garden. So that's kind of why we keep the grass and everything here to look more like a backyard, because technically it is a backyard. It's the former backyard of this house, right? And the former backyard of all three of these houses. The church, and I think I shared, I'm a real estate broker, so I had a desire for us to buy as much property as possible.
Intergenerational part of it is what I'm sitting on right now. This raised garden bed, I mean, this is for everybody to be able to reach back and, you know, those knees and hips. I don't know about y'all ain't got to that stage of life yet, but this.
Yeah, y'all not there yet.
Yeah, y'all ain't quite got there yet. But
a couple of young folk.
This allows everybody to be able to participate, and so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and this was very intentional to do this. So one of the first things I kind of want to do is I want us to kind of walk the entire garden, and I want you to kind of, some of you more experienced ones, if you. That's sweet potato.
Oh, sweet potato.
Now, can you eat sweet potato leaves?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
You can't eat sweet potato leaves. Okay. What about right here? Well, it's kind of obvious what's going on here, right? And what's the key thing about squash? You got to pick them right with the size she's picking. If that squash stays in there another week. Yep. One of them got too big. See what I'm saying? You got to be on top of picking it. So when I'm in Albany, I missed that one. See, that's too big. But you still can roast it. Those things that get big as watermelons if you don't pick them in time. Just spin it. Keep spinning it. Yeah. Hey, we just been, you have to just work with nature. When you get a lot of rain, you're going to look at it. See that is supposed to be much smaller, right? And if you look through there, you'll probably find you put it in some red tomato sauce. You can use it. Now, actually, this is not zucchini. You know what these are? Squash. Nope, these are not squash. This actually is pumpkin. Oh, this pumpkin. These are pumpkin. So what you'll notice about all plants. See the pumpkin getting ready to get started right here?
Well, how do they get so big? I mean,
it takes a pumpkin about 120 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you always get this beautiful flower first, then the fruit. Right? Because squash is technically a fruit, right? Right. Anybody know the difference between a fruit and a vegetable?
Seeds.
There you go. Oh, somebody pulled some pumpkin there. Those are yours? Okay. Your girlfriends? Okay, I got you. All right. So one of the things that we do here, instead of spraying the crops, I try to plant pollinators next to the plants that eat the stuff that want to eat the plants, right? Now, if you did not know what this is, how could you tell what it is? If somebody said, I can't tell that's a turnip, I can't tell if it's a mustard green.
Well, I can tell it's a turnip.
You can by looking at the leaf, right?
By the leaf, yeah. By looking
but what's another way of looking at it?
The green leaf is one big whole kind of leaf. Then the turnip green, it makes leaves like in little sections. Then the what's the other one? Kale. It it's wrinkly and curls up and
Right.
yeah.
But another way you can tell, if you were just curious, you say, well, just pull the root out the ground, right?
Oh, okay.
So you got a turnip root. Now this is not mature yet, but it's starting to form. It's going to be a purple top turnip, right? So we got some more mature turnips in the ground over there.
Okay.
But what I do here, I do everything from seed. And so everything out here comes from seed. And so we have a Montessori school here at the church. And the children come out here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And they spread the seeds out. Then we thin them out. And then I start planting them in here. So that's how this gets going.
That's what I did.
And again, I'm going to show you we throw nothing away out here. We keep everything. Okay. And so these are some fruit trees behind you. There's a tag right there. What type of tree is this right here? See that pink tag?
That's an apple tree.
Can you read it?
Asian pear.
Asian pear.
Asian pear. Okay.
So that'll bear pears.
That's pears right there.
Now, I haven't really had time to do a lot of maintenance on my garden. You see, I got some tomatoes in there. I haven't strung them up like they should be. Grass and weeding, obviously I need some help here. Anybody recognize what this is?
Swiss chard.
Get near the root. What does the root tell you? There you go. Bingo.
Wow.
Beet. Now, I'm not doing good this year. Yeah. But cows get their B12 from the soil. So B12 really comes from the soil because a cow don't wash his food off before he eat it like we do, right? So if you was to take this carrot and just eat a little bit of the soil with it, you get your B12.
I heard a lot about it.
A season, huh? Okay. All right. All right.
That's growth to y'all, right? You talking about eat that soil?
I heard the elders used to eat it.
Yeah.
We
You
used
got
to do
this.
that as kids.
You got this. You just gotta eat a little bit. If you see, we so used to washing everything off. We wash off all the good stuff. These are really good for you, aren't
We roast those.
they? Y'all roast those?
Yeah.
Put that in your bag.
Italian, baby. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Yeah, you're welcome. You eat beets?
I love beets.
I do.
So how you know when it's ready to like come out of the ground?
Do you? Yeah, because you don't want to pull it when it's too. There you go. You got a good one. Yeah, that looks good. All of these are beets. All of those are beets. Look over there. I probably got some more beets over there.
What's his name?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Tell him about it.
Okay.
Our organization.
Takes one of those then, the darker blues. Yeah.
So one time over there you had collards and turnips. You put them in the boxes.
I put it in the boxes up there. I'm gonna show it to you. You want me to rinse that beet off?
You right.
You good? Okay, you good? Take a little dirt
Dawson,
off.
Dawson.
My granddaddy was a farmer.
Was it? Yeah. This ain't nothing new for you, huh?
I hear about it.
I go to church here. And
Okay.
So
my daughter saw it in the newsletter. She like,
Yeah.
we got back from Columbia.
Easier.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to keep the space for events too.
They let you back in the country?
God bless.
You were scared? You was nervous?
Okay, let me show you all this first.
It just took a lot for me to get home.
Okay.
Anybody want to? So if you want to rinse it off, you can. Spigots right here. Okay, so show you. Let me.
Too late to do from seeds. Now we would have to.
There are some plants you can do from seed. The key with seed is that you don't want to do it till the soil is warm enough. The soil is warm enough now. Whatever you put in there, it's gonna grow. So like right now, you still can start a squash and zucchini. You can put beans in the ground because the soil is warm enough. It won't get below 55 degrees at nighttime. Beets are a little late because everything has its season. You can't do beets. You wouldn't want to do beets.
See, we can't do.
Basically what I did, I take some pallets, put some pallets together, and any crops that we don't crop waste or leftover fruit, we put over here. The kids put stuff over here. I don't know who took up all those beets. Now, what else do you see around you?
What's that?
This actually are apples.
That's a green one? Oh, okay.
What about these right here behind you?
Peaches.
Nope, these are pears. These are pears too. Now, the reason why this looks so poorly is because I'm not spraying. Okay? And so, if you want to have pretty fruit in Albany, we spray, right? So, yeah, yeah, these are peaches. I can promise you, you're not going to have pretty peaches if you don't spray them. And peaches are heavily sprayed. It's probably what they call one of the dirtiest fruits that we consume, because the texture of a peach, when you spray it, you can just look at it, it absorbs the pesticide so readily, right? Whereas this skin here is a lot tougher. And so if I was growing for production, if I was growing to sell the food to market, I can't take it to market like this.
People are not gonna buy.
They're not gonna buy it. When you go in Whole Foods, you want a pretty, perfect peach. Add my fruits and my vegetables. It take about a year for you to get your soil right. But if you want to buy some soil, that's some pretty good soil. It's just, and that's what's on top of here. I kind of mix it with it sometimes. This is called Soil 3. That's the name of it.
Activate.
Soil and the number 3. It comes in this big yellow bag.
Oh yeah, I see now.
That's Rick.
It's a cheat sheet, you sure?
This.
And if you notice about this soil, it's what's interesting. It don't have no weeds in it. But if you want watermelon to grow, what you got to do? Water it. Watermelon needs water, right? And so the only water this is getting is whenever God give us some. You've been giving us a lot lately, right? So I guarantee you come back in here and it's probably some down in here. Where we at?
June.
See if you farmers in South Georgia. I think Georgia is. Who said they're from Dougherty County? Okay.
Me right here, Dougherty County in there. What's up?
Okay, Dougherty County produces 80% of all the pecans in the United States.
Oh, it's a big one, but yeah, I like what he just said too.
80%. Most watermelons, or the watermelon capital of the United States, not the world, is where? Of course. Anybody see anything else running over here that's growing? No, those are just weeds. But what else running over here?
That's a watermelon vine right there.
There you go. I got watermelon running over here.
All over there behind Jeffery.
So I'm gonna let.
Yes, they are.
Okay, I just wanted to get to where everybody can see me. So I'm your country cousin, y'all. My cousin named me that.
Okay.
That's her fault, but I like it. So I walk around in my neighborhood. I'm an urban farmer. Our yards are way smaller than this. Looking like this, carrying my chicken. Okay. She is my baby. She's the only girl I've ever had, and her name is Baby Cake. I will show y'all pictures later. So she was like, this is my country cousin. I can't help it. You might see me with a 2x4, some 2x12, building a garden bed or a greenhouse, right? I'm all about agriculture in urban spaces because that's how agriculture started, and conservation. So that's what I'm going to talk about out here. When we get inside, I'll talk about more funding and things like that, because I'm proud to say that I just signed a $40,000 contract on some land that's smaller than that guy's lot right there to establish an urban farm, because I knew how to strategically plan my conservation contracts. So most of us will just get a high tunnel and that's it. Well, I wanted all the smoke. And that's what I told my conservationists. And now, because the employees, I think NRCS has lost almost 3,000 employees. So we have to bear the burden, and which is a burden to me. We have to know more about what they bring to the table so we can help them. So I don't just go into the office and say, hey, I want a farm number. Hey, I want this. Hey, I done filled out the paperwork and I got all the 10 conservation practices on there I want. Okay, holler at me if you need some help. Now, I wanted to point out some conservation practices that are hiding in our face and why they're important. I like that y'all did this with plywood. That's my first time seeing it. So, garden beds are conservation practices, and Natural Resource Conservation Services is an agency, NRCS, of USDA. I'm not an employee. I do carry out technical assistance on their behalf in partnership with them sometimes, and then just all the time. Y'all, I'm at the gas station. I don't care if they white, black, green, purple. I'd be like, hey, how much is your how big is your backyard? Okay, go to this website and you can get $4,000 a year for 5 years to carry out conservation practices. I have that contract. I'm not making this up. They don't come take your land. Okay, we're gonna get all of this. We're gonna get that to y'all in there.
Okay, I own my house.
I own mine and the land. It's mine.
It's plenty of it at the church. Like, that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that.
We did, and she spoiled too.
Let me show you. Yeah, let me show you.
And so, yeah, so a little bit about my farm. A little bit about my farm. My house isn't that big. I'm right under 1,000 square feet with my house. Okay, my yard isn't that big. I'm right at 1/4 of an acre, right? That's about 10,000 square feet, right? I only farm in 5,000 square feet. I didn't know that because I measured it one day, right? And I do have a conservation contract that pays me $4,000 a year for 5 years to carry out conservation practices. Guess what? This was stuff I was already doing. By the way, I love being outside, so the sun, sweating, all this stuff is good for us. We need to get used to it. By keeping this soil in this garden bed, you're conserving it. You're keeping it from running off and rinsing out all of the nutrients, carbon, etc. I practice no-till. Guess why? I didn't have a tiller. I had to figure it out, y'all. That first year when I established that garden bed, I almost died back there. Okay, and that's when y'all could bury me anyway. So I was finna be a part of the soil. I was out there with a shovel, trying to scrape up the top. It wasn't good. I never did that again. I've been there 12 years. So now to establish a garden bed, no matter how big it is, I'll go source free materials, cardboard, lay it down, water it, put soil on top of it. It's done. That's a conservation practice, no-till, okay, or reduced till. Those are two of the practices I have in that $40,000 contract. I love the compost bin. We look at that and we see some crates. It's cool. We got food over there. That is a compost facility. It should have a cover over it, but NRCS is paying me to build a compost facility on that urban farm. It's going to be bigger than that. I'm going to put like 4 bays. Then with 4x4s, I'm a general contractor as well. So I wanted to learn how to do this stuff so I wouldn't have to depend on other people, or I at least had the knowledge to do it, right? So with that compost facility, I will build a structure, a roof over it, a lean-to roof, and just collect rainwater. Right? So I'm adding a value to every structure that I am creating on my urban farm. Now, the $40,000 contract is for 1/2 an acre. So I can install more practices. That's a different program called EQIP, Environmental Quality Incentive Program. Those are the ones we get things like high tunnels, garden beds built if, now every state is different, but if you get a lot and like it was some houses here and they were torn down and just kind of pushed into the soil, you don't really want to grow on that. Sometimes we still do though, okay? But you let NRCS know and they'll pay for you then because you can't grow in the soil to put garden beds on top. So that makes sense, right? I love that this wall of banana trees is here because that's a conservation practice. So I want us all to be conservation. Hey, Meta. What conservation practice number is compost facility? Okay, so there's a number to each conservation practice, and for the compost facility is 317. This is a windbreaker. A lot of times on farms, you'll have, especially with it being downslope, if the wind comes and it could disturb different things, it could affect pollination, right? And so having that windbreaker will help a lot, even with sound, with the trees. That's a conservation practice. I would have to ask him what the number is. But there's a conservation number to that. And y'all can look these up. Y'all can look these practices up. They tell you exactly what to do with the practices. And let me tell you something. I got that contract. I love it. It's the same stuff I was doing. I told NRCS I would keep doing this for 5 years. How was that hard? I want to create compost. And right now, I create compost in a trash can. It's passive. All I do, I get them grass cuttings and I get leaves and I layer it. Once a year, I have dark compost in that trash can. I'm not finna be stirring.
That's what I did. Now I know what I'm doing.
That's right, Auntie.
Bought one of those big gray containers.
That's what it is.
And put holes.
That's what I did.
Filled it up with leaves and I bought
and grass.
Worms, and now I'm saving my scraps. And
okay.
I'm putting them in now.
Yep. You just got to make sure you have enough carbon, like the leaves, for
about paper, adding the paper.
You can add paper. So I didn't do that. I kept it simple. I like two ingredient compost because it's just me. You see, okay, right. So a lot of the stuff that I tell you about that I did on my farm, you can do yourself because it was just me. You know what I'm saying? It could be a husband or whatever, but my nerves a little bad. That's ain't too bad. They ain't too bad now. But you know, I didn't want to put up with no mess for help. I don't like messy help. I like good help. Okay? Because it comes from the hills. It's supposed to come from the hills. Okay, I don't want help to come from the valley. I want it to come from the hills. So I do like, bro, I do like help. I get the community involved. That's another thing, y'all. The Uber ride over here was great. And if any of you have attended my Zoom calls, we have a word for each year. Last year was be intentional. Okay, we have to do more than grow food. If you got this farm. This is a farm. We call it urban farm. We don't call it gardening. You're a farmer. You're producing food. Look at your neighbor and say urban farm. Urban farm. So if you got this whole farm and you out here spraying 7, 8, 9, and 10 dust all over it, you going against the product. You killing the bees and everything else. This is a small space. I say if it's an acre or less, you can put your hands on all of it. Okay, 4 acres, take your time. You can put your hands on all of it. You can watch for pests. You can be organic. You can be certified naturally grown. And so if we are carrying out conservation practices like pollinator habitats, that's what's along the fence, the flowers, that's a conservation practice. We're bringing more pollinators into this area so everybody's farm can be productive. So we have to start thinking conservation minded. So now when you look at stuff, I wonder if this is a conservation practice. So all you gotta do is Google it. Are there conservation practices for trees? ? Right? And I want each of you to have by the end of this year a farm number, and which is free. You get from USDA. You can get it at your house. All you gotta do is have some kind of land. And a conservation contract, because please don't think that money is not there. It is. It came from the 2018 Farm Bill, and I want y'all to get some of that money instead of not applying. Oh, I applied and I'm going to apply for another contract. I want that. Now, the next Farm Bill could be different, but lock yourself in for 5 years.
You said we need to have at the end of the year?
A farm number, farm and track number. You get that from FSA. Farm and track number. It's a 4-digit number that they give you for free. This does not give them rights to the property. They don't own nothing. No, it tells the government, I intend to be a producer. There is no minimum size requirement, none of that. So do not let your local government say, oh, you have to have an acre. Oh, yeah, that is governed in Washington. Am I right, Aunt?
You know much more than I do.
Oh, the farm number part. Now, he is a genius with growing in urban farm. Oh, my God, I can't wait to talk to you. But it is.
I'm a basic scientist with an interest in it.
I love the modesty. That's biblical.
So you love his modesty.
The modesty. But look, please do not be fearful, because that's not a native emotion for us. I'm trying to, be safe. A lot of our people, limited resource is what the government calls it. People, we're a little broke. Okay, we're a little bottom of the totem pole. Socially disadvantaged. That's people who are anyone that's non-white. It only means that white people may have a social advantage, whether they take advantage of it or not. A lot of times, those folks, socially disadvantaged, we're fearful, so we're not going to apply for this. I'm applying for another contract, and the next one I want to be 50,000, and one after that I want to be 100,000. And I'm going to be excited about carrying out them conservation practices, distributing compost. Girl, we growing some greens, the real big greens. That's about big, the giant mustard greens. We selling seeds, we selling seedlings, we conserving soil, we educating people.
Selling seeds.
Yes, sir.
You can ask about the conservation practices are listed on where can you find the
nrcs.gov. I believe that's it, but you can Google NRCS conservation practices. Every state is different, so there's a catalog for each state.